Hey guys, sorry this is late, but we had a little technical difficulties at school. So what I want to do is introduce you to Unit 3, and our current topic is going to be political parties. Now, a political party is clearly defined as an association of voters with broad common interests who want to influence government decision making. So a political party is just a group of people who think alike as far as politics and government is concerned. They work together to try to influence government with their ideas. So anybody can be a part of a political party. You're mostly going to join up with people who think like you and have the same ideas as you when in regards to certain subjects. Now, political parties have roots dating back to the Constitution. We were talking about the Constitution for the past 2 units. And in that we talked about a rivalry that existed between the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists. Now, 2 individuals who were a part of the Federalists and the Anti-Federalists were Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson. Because they could not agree on certain things, this is how political parties began. Alexander Hamilton and Thomas Jefferson both had different opinions in regard to the way the Constitution should be used and how it should be interpreted. So since they could not agree, a feud developed, and Hamilton got his friends together and they formed a party, and Jefferson got his friends together and they formed a party. So the first political parties that we have are going to be the Federalists and the Democratic Republicans. You'll learn more about the Federalists and the Democratic Republicans in U.S. history next year. Since we have these 2 feuding factions, or these 2 feuding groups in government, things didn't go too well. And our first president, which was George Washington, he didn't like what had happened between his friends. So when George Washington finally finished his presidency, at his farewell address, he said that political parties are going to pretty much doom the country if they continue on the path in which they're continuing on. He thought that all political parties should be done away with and that everybody should work together. Of course, that did not happen. What ends up happening is that more and more people begin to disagree with everybody, and other political parties form. So out of this, we have what is called a third party. Now, a third party is a party that challenges the 2-party system, which that means is that the third parties are all the other parties which are not considered the 2 major political parties of a Democrat and a Republican. So any political party that's not labeled as Democrat or Republican is going to be a third party. Third parties are popular amongst the people. They're just not the most popular political parties. A third party basically just tries to get into an election to get people to think about certain topics that the major political parties are not bringing up. So third parties are vital to the political process and to the election process. So for today's notes, I want you to know what a political party is, how they developed, and basically that people couldn't work together, and so that's how political parties developed, and that's how we now have third parties as well. Alright, that's it for the notes for the day. See you tomorrow.